is that when they're doing different drummers together, is what happens is that there's a timing that's going on. Okay, that's why you see some of them sitting with headphones, because maybe there's a click or a percussion track or something going on. And what happens is that everybody stays on that groove. So if you get your chance to do your solo, what needs to happen is you do your solo, but you must fall in with the rest of the guys. So you must have that four timing going in your mind. The guys that's not soloing, you must have that four timing going on, and the guy that solos must also have that four timing. So if he's got 2 or 4 bars to solo over, he must know at the end of the 4th bar, he must fall in with the rest of the guys. So now also, they're doing it at all different tempos. They can do like even a ballad tempo. I'll play something on the bass just now. They can even do a ballad tempo, and some of them goes like 16, 32, 64th beats over a ballad tempo. But still, they find themselves, and they go completely out of what's going on, out of the count that's going on, but they know exactly where the count is. So they go out, do their thing, and when they fall in after their 4 bars, they fall in smack on what's happening, okay? So that's the one thing that you guys must sort of take note of. The other thing is they always put a groove down where there is like a hit or 2, so that they can recognize the hit when they come back in. I'll show that to you just now as well. So when they do this, or say you've got 4 bars of solo, when you do your solo, you make sure that you catch the hit every single time. Let me just demonstrate that very quickly. All the time it's going to be something like that. Recognizable break every 3 or 4 counts. So you're going to make sure that you catch that maybe every second time. So when you do your solo, you can do it straight over the first time. Maybe you can do it right over the first time. You can maybe catch a second time, or maybe you can catch even a third time while you're doing the solo. But make sure that you're on the 4th time when your 4 bars are finished, you catch it every time with the rest of the drummers. So I don't know if you want to do something like that, or if you want to do faster. If you want to do say. Catch that all the time. So you play it. So you can do your solo right over the first time when that comes around. But make sure that the second time or the third time you catch it right throughout your solo. Okay, so maybe we can keep that thing going all the time, and then you can play the groove. One can solo 2 bars or 4 bars or whatever you want to do, but just make sure, because that is your marker. That is your marker where you say, okay, I'm catching that every time, or every second time, or every third time, or every 4th time, wherever you want to put it. Okay, so I don't know if you want to do the slow one, or do you want to do the fast one? Speak to me. The fast one. Okay.
Excellent. Hey, come on, we can give them another round of applause. They did well. They did exceptionally well. Now, thank you, Samuel Weber, for your expertise in wow. All right, I see the other drummers.
what you got.
get a chance. She knows to do and she can go up. So we will select one from each floor and one to go back on. So do you have someone that wants to go? Got it? Come on now. Some love for Larnelle. That's done an excellent solo. Alright, next on the solo list, and the next one that will be departing. Alright.